Sansa was right then. You should have waited. Have a better plan. You just destroy your entire fleet.
Missandei!
Where's Missandei?
Missandei!
Who's that? No, they took Missandei! They took her! How? How they did that? Oh my god!
One of the dragons was killed, several ships destroyed, Missandei captured. I always wanted to be there when they execute your sister. Seems like I won't get the chance.
Sansa, yes. I love that. Oh, but she thinks that Cersei's gonna stay in the throne. That is what she means. Look at her. What are they gonna do to me, Sandy? Don't, please don't. What is he doing? He wants to talk to Cersei. Do you think Cersei's gonna understand anything you say? Or is gonna do anything you want? Cersei hates you. Come on, what is he gonna... Oh my god. She has wanted this all along. Oh my god! Oh my god, why would you do something like this, Tyrion? Oh, he's gonna get killed! No. Okay. Oh god, you can never tell with her. No, she's gonna push her! No!
If you have any last words...
Oh my god, she's gonna kill me, Sandy! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh god, it's... She wants her to fight. Oh my god! No! Please, no! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh my god, the fire in her eyes. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck everyone. She's gonna take the city. Oh, god damn it. Missandei. Okay, guys, that was the end of Season 8, Episode 4 of Game of Thrones. 2 more episodes, and that's it. That is the last thing that we're ever gonna see about Game of Thrones. I know that there are prequels and things in store, but as Game of Thrones, I don't think we are going to see anything else, you know. Okay, so this episode, we start with burying the dead, paying tribute to the dead, and it was emotional. It was sad, seeing Dany with Ser Jorah saying goodbye. She said something to him. Then I'm guessing maybe we will see it later. Say like what she told him before that she kissed him. So yeah, we are gonna probably it's gonna be important later, I feel. Then we see, of course, Sansa and Theon, and Sansa putting that pin of the direwolf in his chest. It really is meaningful because here's someone who grew up with the Starks, you know, who made a lot of bad choices, and then he paid for them with interest, you know, but at the end of the day, he stood by Bran, defended Bran until his last breath, and fought for them, you know, for Sansa, for the Starks. And yeah, it was a sad goodbye, you know. And then, of course, we had Lady Mormon, Lyanna Mormont, also dying in the most heroic way possible, and we saw her there as well while John light the fire. It was a beautiful moment, a lot of really meaningful ones, and you know, I think that this episode was key to for the last two episodes. We needed to see how everything is gonna fit. You know, you have to see where everyone stands. You know, and I do not believe that anyone is right. I don't think anyone, like, I don't believe all of them are wrong either. Their concerns are valid. But we'll see what happened. Now, I do understand that Sansa is, you know, unlike Jon and unlike Arya or Bran, Sansa is someone who she has learned, she had to learn in very hard ways to be the way she is, to use the knowledge that she has, to make things, she doesn't want to lose the North again. She doesn't want to be ruled by someone she doesn't trust, you know? And I feel like the moment where Jon, or Bran more, when Bran tells her he's actually the heir to the throne, she does trust Jon to lead and to sit on the Iron Throne rather than Dany. So she sees an opportunity there. She sees an opportunity of, he has a better claim to the throne than this queen that I don't trust. Yes. Is it fair that she thinks like that? I think it is, you know, because yes, Dany came here, and that is something that Sansa has to acknowledge. Dany came here, she fought, she could have just, you know, forget about that, go up to the to King's Landing when Cersei didn't have the like the flow, you know, what was the name of the Golden Fleet, and destroy her, you know, and destroy it and do it and take the throne, and then deal with the dead, which probably will have been a bad plan, because then by then everyone will have been dead in the North, because the North by themselves couldn't have taken the Night King and everyone else. Okay, this will be the long night. We will be in the long night, and like, everyone will be dead, you know. So she makes this smart choice to go and fight this, and she has taken a lot of losses. You know, she came here with the Unsullied. She had 3 dragons, and she also had the Dothrakis. She has lost the Dothrakis, half of the Unsullied, and 2 of her, well, 1 of her dragons to the north. You know, she has taken a lot. Like, honestly, if that doesn't prove that she wants to really rule for everyone and to really be, you know, better than Cersei, I don't know what is, you know. But Sansa doesn't trust anyone that she hasn't, you know, seen before. They have proved to her that they are worthy of that. The North people are like that, and I feel like Sansa is very much the representation of the North, knowing how things work in the South, knowing how things work in King's Landing. You know, she has said she was a slow learner, but she learned. You know, and when she sits with the Hound, she is like, if I will have go with you, if you will always protect me, and I hadn't had the Vale, you know, Lord Baelish and Ramsay and everything that happened to me, I will be still a little dove, you know. I will still be naive, gullible Sansa. She wouldn't have been able to stand on her own like she does now. So in the moment where she says, I swear it, I do believe it on Arya, that she won't say anything, but I didn't believe it on Sansa. I knew that she was going to use this information. And she does, you know, and she tells Tyrion, what if there is someone better? Someone that she actually trusts. She has every right not to trust Dany, because Dany is making a lot of mistakes. People love her, you know, on the other side of the sea. Like, why? Because she has actually freed slaves. They have seen it. So that is why they follow her. That's why the people trust her. That's why the Dothrakis have seen her burn all the men and come out alive. And like, they have seen the good heart that she has. How really, truly, she wants to rule, you know, for them and be good. But the thing is, there's a big difference. She did want to do right by them, but she doesn't necessarily, doesn't necessarily feels like the people in Westeros are her people. I feel like it's all much of her proving herself that she can do it, rather than she's ready to burn the city. Do I blame her? No. Because this is war at the end of the day, you know? And you make choices, questionable choices sometimes, but you make them and you hope for the best, you know? But there's a difference between that Dany and the Dany arriving here. She is very much an outsider to this entire world. She comes here being the last known Targaryen, and she believes she has a claim to the throne. You know, to claim it back for her family, for her house. Being her the only one left. And she does this, and she doesn't really has tried to win them over. And yes, you can say, oh, well, hey, she has been fighting, she fought. Yeah, but this was much about survival for the North, just like it is for everyone else, you know? If she didn't win there, she wouldn't have had a throne to fight for, you know? So, yes, she did it for everyone, but I feel like it hasn't been at least a big enough gesture for everyone else. The people love Jon. And there's this thing about Jon, and the big difference between Jon and Dany is that Jon has been doing all the things Dany did on the other side of Westeros, you know? They both have done, they have fought wars between them, they have come out stronger. He has grown up in the North, and people will stand behind him. Even if when he says we should kneel to the queen, they will do it because that is the leader he is. But if he says, I'm gonna take the Iron Throne for me, they're gonna go behind him. He ultimately, if people believed in the Targaryen dynasty being the true rulers of Westeros, they are gonna fucking follow Jon. And like they say, of course, we are in this world of like, they have women take control and all of that. At the end of the day, this world works like that. You have a penis, you know, men comes first to women, and that is the world that they live in, you know? Will they be able to change it by force? Maybe, but not the other. If they have a choice, they will go with tradition, you know? And Jon, I don't believe either that Jon will be a good king because he doesn't want to be king. Robert Baratheon didn't want to be king, and he ultimately was the king because he won, and at the end of the day, you know, someone had to sit on the throne, and since he is the one who won the rebellion, he sat on the throne. He had he didn't want to rule. He left everything to the advisors, and he just, you know, back robbed the kingdom. You know, I know that it's not longer like that because Lannisters paid their debts, and Cersei paid everything she needed. But at the end of the day, he didn't want to be king. Jon doesn't want to be king. That doesn't make them the right person to be kings. I love the fact that they do know that, you know, Robert Baratheon fought a war when Lyanna didn't actually love him. Oh my god, Cersei's gonna be so happy when she finds that out, because we know that one of my favorite scenes with both Cersei and Robert were when Cersei asked him what was she like, you know, And she says, well, for a long time I didn't talk about her because I didn't want to give you the satisfaction. And, you know, she goes on this amazing monologue. Both of them, they have this amazing interaction, which is till this day my favorite scene of Game of Thrones, with both of them talking. It was just so well written. I just loved it. And she is, you know, she was always angry and always jealous of Lyanna. But now that she will know that Robert was a fool because, you know, he wanted Lyanna, but Lyanna actually was in love with Daenerys' brother, right? Rhaegal. You know, at the end of the day, it wasn't like that, you know. It wasn't the truth. He didn't kidnap her and raped her, you know. It wasn't like that. It was completely different. They were in love. But she's gonna have a laugh about that if she finds out. But, you know, I don't know. I understand why Sansa said it. You know, people are probably gonna be like, I don't understand why people love to hate Sansa. I think, you know, she did say, I swear it, but I didn't actually believe that she was actually saying it. She shouldn't have said it, but she wanted to know. Knowledge is power, you know, although power is power, but you know what I'm saying? But we'll see how that, I just believe that she just truly will want to bend the knee for a king or a queen that she trusts. And she trusts Jon more than she trusts Dany. Rightfully so, who knows, but that is how she feels. And I believe it's valid that she feels like that, you know? But that is maybe just me. But yeah, then you have, of course, the entire thing with Dany and Jon. And Dany made him, like, Dany wanted him to promise her that he wasn't going to say anything. But of course, he has this sense of, like, my family needs to know, the family that I grew up with, even though I was a bastard, they need to know who I really am. I would have loved the reaction of the sisters knowing that he's actually a Targaryen. I thought Sansa was gonna be like, well, he's one of them and not one of us. But I do believe that the reason why she said it was because she truly believes that Jon will be better and she will trust Jon rather than Dany. Then there is this thing about them getting married, which for the Targaryens, it's not a problem. It has never been a problem for them. So if eventually she will take the throne and she's in love with Jon, they could get married, right? Right? Or and maybe even her, Dany, could have said, okay, now rise Jon Stark and make him Stark and then marry him, securing the throne, you know, and the North, because he will be, well, he cannot be guardian of the North and be married to her, because then he will need to stay at the capital. And I don't think Jon will like that either, you know. But the thing is that she wanted him to promise her that, but he can't do that. He has a sense of loyalty to his family, and he said it, he tells them. But Dany right now, I feel like, in some way, I feel like Dany doesn't understand that she needs allies. That ruling by fear is this exact same thing Cersei is doing, you know. And I feel like if she could have taken a few seconds to breathe and to actually send spies to know what are they up to, what do they have against me to go and fight with me. How is it that even though I have 2 fucking dragons, Cersei is still waiting for me at the battlefield? She didn't thought about it. She just went in like head first, thinking that she had the upper hand, and ultimately she didn't, because in that cost her another dragon. Now we only have Drogon, you know, because Viserions and Rhaegal, no, what is the name of the other dragon? Rhaegal? Have been Drogon, Viserion, but I don't have the other dragon. I don't know. But the thing is that she should have thought about it. She should have made a plan, better plan, and waiting 2 weeks at least, I think it would have been smart. But she didn't, you know? And I think she didn't also because Sansa was the one proposing this. And she, just as much as Sansa doesn't like Dany, Dany doesn't like Sansa. Okay? And, you know, I love Dany. I have, like, throughout the series, see her progression as a character. She has gone through a lot. But no one ever touches my Sansa. I could hate a person like the second they lay a finger on Sansa. So I'm not happy that, you know, Sansa and Dany don't get along. Because I love Dany, but I do love Sansa a lot more than I love Dany. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, but that is just my opinion, you know? But anyways, Dany should have, I feel like she should have thought. Yes, that will also, like, the fact that it will give her chance to recover, it will have given Cersei more time to make more plays. Yes, that is true. But they just come out of a very tiring war, and they should have breathed for a little while. And I think that Dany, you know, when she crossed the narrow sea, I think she has lost the one thing, which was her concern about the people. She has just come here with, like, feeling like, and yes, Varys is right. She feels like she's the answer to everything. That she is the one who's supposed to end all of this and regain the throne and the tyranny and all of that. I think she believes that. And I think that it's very hard for her to believe that that is not the actual, you know, that is not actually what it means, you know, and that she's not actually the one who is being called to do this. So I feel like she is more, I think that she has a lot of things to prove to herself, but I don't think she's being smart right now, and I don't think she understands that innocent people shouldn't die. Innocent people will die, but I don't think she should have just done that, you know. And what she's about to do, I feel like is going to be, she's right there. She's gonna go all like Mad King, or she could actually lead for the people. She's not giving them an opportunity. She just wants to kill them. Now, do you remember that scene that I was just talking about with Robert and Cersei? In that scene, he also says, you do not meet Dothrakis in open battle. You will lose. And what will happen when the people sees that, you know, when there's a battle, they will close King's Landing, the castle, they will stay inside. How long will it take for the people to look the other way and to look that maybe Dany is the rightful heir and that she has some claim, and that actually they are giving me more opportunity of living and like having food and things like that? They will turn against their queen. So what Cersei is doing is opening the gates. Come, we'll protect you. But it's actually not that. It's actually like you're gonna serve as a shield before she gets to me. But it's very important to say that, because if she regains the throne, if Dany does it, will the people stand behind them even though she just murdered thousands of them just because of this war when they were innocent? Will she do it? She has always been the one who frees people and who wants to live in a better world, and she's about to do the one thing that she was so against. We'll see what happens, honestly. It's gonna be insane. I watched an interview with Emilia Clarke, who plays Dany, and she said, next episode you have to watch it on a big screen. I don't know why she said that. So, I'm guessing it's episode 5, she said. It's gonna be big. So, we'll see what that is about. I'm excited for episode 5 next week. And yeah, it was a great episode. Then the scenes with Brienne and Jaime, they were beautiful scenes as well. And But at the end of the day, he came to the North to fight for the living. So Cersei and his kid can actually have, you know, a future. And he now is coming back. And I think that him being with Brienne and him loving her, it was more to prove that he can love, that he is worthy of love. But that at the end of the day, you know, his love and his his love is just too strong for Cersei, you know. And then Cersei is, how many people is Cersei going to like fool with this entire thing of, oh, I'm actually having your baby? Like, how? Like, she was already, supposedly she was already pregnant when she slept with him, but she wasn't showing, of course. But like, she's gonna have apparently a baby, but the baby's actually James, even though I believe that she's not actually gonna have a baby. I feel like something else is happening. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But then one of the deaths, that probably the death that is gonna, you know, cost millions of lives lost, Missandei gets captured by Cersei and she gets executed in front of her. I hated that. But I love how she stood tall and she was Dracarys, meaning, you know, burn them all, you know, kill them all, and do that, you know. That was her message to Dany and to Grey Worm as well, you know. But it was just sad. God damn it. Like that, Missandei like that, I was like, oh God. I hated that. I mean, she didn't have to die. For a minute I thought Cersei hates Tyrion. Okay, and for a minute I thought, hey, Cersei's about to kill Tyrion as well, and then she kills Missandei and lets Tyrion live. But oh my God, that really broke my heart, because, well, she is supporting, this is war, but I don't think she deserved that ending. It was sad. But man, they're gonna avenge her death. I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, anyways, that's it. That's my reaction and my review for this episode. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. You guys can go to Patreon to watch the full extended reaction video, where I will also react to the promo. So if you guys want to check that out, link will be in the description down below. I am reacting to the promos for next episode, but that is exclusively on Patreon. I'm not doing it here. I just don't have the time to edit another reaction. I should, but I should. Maybe I will. I don't know. But like, if you want to watch the entire thing with me reacting to the promo as well, go there and you're going to be able to watch it. Give it a lot of thumbs up if you love Game of Thrones. Subscribe for more, comment, hit the notification bell. And like I just said, go to Patreon to watch the extended version of this reaction and every reaction for Game of Thrones since season 1, I think. The end of season 1, if I'm not wrong. But anyways, that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys next time for more reaction videos for Game of Thrones. Mwah! Bye, guys.